Good evening, everyone. I'm Kubrali, and you're watching Awaz News. Tonight, I'll be taking you to top news across Canada.
Mother, father, and son killed in head-on crash near Peterborough, identified by family. Police to review how they interact with people with autism after non-verbal Mississauga man was tasered. Tutor arrested after 3 children sexually assaulted in Richmond Hill. I have been waiting for this for a long time. Big crowds gather across Toronto to watch Canada in World Cup. Man charged after parking enforcement officer assaulted in Toronto's Corso Italia. Ford government's housing bill could actually slow development in Toronto, city staff warned.
These were the headlines, and now let's go through the details.
A mother, father, and son are dead, and their teenage daughter is in hospital after a head-on crash that killed 4 people east of Peterborough, Ontario. According to Ontario Provincial Police, the crash happened on Highway 7 near Drummond line around 5:15 p.m. on Tuesday when an SUV and pickup truck collided. Family told CTV News Toronto 3 of the people killed in the crash were Stephanie McHart, John McHart, and their 18-year-old son Riddick McHart. Their 14-year-old daughter, Rogan McHart, was seriously injured in the crash and was airlifted to the hospital for sick children in Toronto in critical condition, family says. The identity of the 4th deceased victim has not been confirmed. A letter sent to parents by Thomas A. Stewart Secondary School principal Debbie Callahan on Wednesday said it is with profound sadness the announced death of a student and staff member from the McHart family. You may have heard about a serious vehicle collision just east of Peterborough, Callahan wrote in the letter. We have learned that an entire family, the McHart family, has been deeply impacted by this terrible accident, including the death of a student at our school and both parents, one of whom is also Thomas A. Stewart staff member. Another family member was involved, also a student at our school, and they were airlifted to hospital. CTV News Toronto has learned Stephanie McHart was an educational assistant at the school. Our school community is shocked and grieving as we struggle to process this difficult news, and we understand that this will have an immediate and significant impact on our students, staff, and families, Callahan said in the letter. Callahan said counselors will remain at the school for students as long as needed. Hart told CTV News Toronto money raised on GoFundMe page would be used to support Rogan through her recovery. Highway 7 was closed for several hours on Tuesday night as police documented and reconstructed the crash scene. Peel Regional Police are reviewing how they respond to situations involving people with autism following an incident in Mississauga early this month that saw 19-year-old Abdullah Darwich, who is autistic and nonverbal, tasered by officers. In their first public statement about the incident, Peel Police acknowledged what occurred has had a severe impact on Darwich's family and the community. They added that the force's senior leadership team met with the Darwich family last week to discuss the incident. While the details of what was discussed were not released, police said that in light of the incident, they are evaluating how we identify and constructively engage people with autism. We are currently in the process of consulting subject matter experts to identify how we can better serve this community through increased collaboration and opportunities to strengthen training, they added. According to police, on the evening of November 4th, officers responded to reports of someone in a state of undress attempting to enter a vehicle and a house. When they arrived, officers, who police claimed did not know Darwich's identity and condition at the time, attempted to communicate with him, but they were unsuccessful. Police confirmed that Darwich was subsequently apprehended after police officers deployed their conductive energy weapon or taser. He was brought to the hospital for treatment, was later released to his family. Darwich's father criticized how police handled the situation that left his son injured and traumatized. Matched told CP24 he felt like he was going to have a heart attack when he saw his son with a bloodied face lying on the ground that Friday evening. The incident is now under review and the totality of the circumstances are being reviewed, police said. They have also advised Matched that he can file a complaint with the police office of the Independent Police Review Director. In Wednesday's statement, police also said they are looking into exploring opportunities to get timelier access to the Vulnerable Persons Registry and innovative approaches to alert officers of the specific need that an individual may have. Garbage is listed in the registry, which allows the caregivers or parents of vulnerable people to submit vital information that will be used by emergency services during a crisis situation. Among the information asked are a photo of individual and methods of approach if found, but police have previously said that the registry is only effective when they are alerted to someone's presence on it, which was not the case in November 4th incident. A man has been charged in connection with assault of parking enforcement officer in the city's Corso Italia neighborhood on Monday. Toronto police said the alleged assault happened near St. Clair Avenue West and Dufferin Street shortly after 5 p.m. A parking enforcement officer asked the driver to move along as he was stopped in a designated rush hour route, police said. When the driver refused, the officer issued him a ticket. Police said the driver then allegedly physically assaulted the officer, forcefully striking the officer's left hand, which was holding the ticket. Police said the driver subsequently got back into his vehicle and drove away. On Wednesday, police announced that they had arrested a suspect identified as 32-year-old Hussein Arkeo of Toronto. He has been charged with assault and is expected to appear in court in January. The alleged assault happened days after Toronto police spoke about the concerning uptick in violent incidents against parking enforcement officers, saying there has been an alarming surge in aggressive behavior towards them. A new analysis of Ford government's proposed housing legislation by City of Toronto staff is warning that the plan will major negative financial ramifications for the city without clearly advancing the goals of getting more housing built. In a report coming before Toronto City Council this week, city staff say that the Bill 23 does not advance necessary policy initiatives critical to fostering necessary affordable housing options and planning for complete communities. The bill, dubbed the More Homes Built Faster Act 2022, was introduced by the Ford government last month with the aim of building 1.5 million new homes by 2031, 285,000 of them in Toronto. City staff noted that while some of the amendments, such as those aimed at addressing the missing middle of housing types, would help get more housing built, others would not necessarily do so and would come at great financial cost to the city. The preliminary analysis, supported by an independent third party, estimated that changes to development charges, community benefits charges, and parkland levies would result in $230 million annual loss in revenues, a roughly 20% reduction. Bill 23 proposes reducing or eliminating those charges which normally flow to the municipality to pay for city infrastructure upgrades necessitated by the development in order to help encourage developers to put up more rental and affordable housing. The bill is in large part premised on the fact that if costs are reduced and timelines to decision advanced, that this will result in more construction, but it does not address other realities in complex world of development. The staff report says developers deal with an array of issues that impact decisions to advance development, including interest rates, financing, access to construction supplies and labor. There is nothing in the bill compelling in developer to advance an approval to construction or to pass forward any cost savings in consumers. Developers sell housing at the price that the market will bear. Thousands of people across the Greater Toronto Area gathered to cheer on Canada in their first World Cup appearance in almost 40 years. The Canadians lost 1-0 to Belgium, who are ranked number 2 in the world despite generating 21 shots to Belgium's 7. Ray is one of the thousands of Canadians who made the trip to Qatar to cheer on Team Canada in person. Her joined CP24 from inside the stadium in Doha during the match. It's an unbelievable atmosphere. It's a dream come true. And to see all the Canadian fans, there are tons of Canadian fans here all over the stadium. It's a true honor, she said. Owner Rocco Mastangelo Jr. has branded the restaurant as soccer headquarters for the World Cup, encouraging fans of any national team to come and watch the games. He told CP24 last week that he expects fans to brave the cold and come out to support Canada for all of their games. We have got heaters, we have got the enclosure, and we have got the roof. So we are doing our best. We saw during COVID that especially Canadians don't mind being out there when it's even -1 or -2, he said. A watch party was also held at Garden Square in Brampton, where 7 members of Canada's national team are from. Sanford Carabin is the director of soccer at the Brampton Soccer Club. He said there's a lot of local pride in Brampton, having produced so many players who are now soccer's biggest stage. There's 7 players that are from Brampton, the majority of which played at our club, so there's a bit of club pride in the fact that players that grew up in Brampton are now on the world stage for the first time in 36 years. So we are here to support them, we are here to show our club colors and just enjoy the atmosphere, Carabin said. He says, without the efforts of local Brampton youth soccer coaches, those players wouldn't be where they are today. A group of fans gathered at Toronto's Eden Centre to watch the game alongside Canadian women's soccer star Christine Sinclair. As a Canadian and a soccer fan, I have been waiting for this for a long time, and to be able to share this first game with the fans here in Toronto, I just can't wait to watch the game, Sinclair said. I'm excited to see what the Canadian men's team is capable of on the world stage. Canada's head coach John Herdman previously coached Sinclair and the Canadian women national team to 2 straight Olympic bronze medals in 2012 and 2016. I think the world of John. He means so much to me. He means so much to this country, and just as much as players, he deserves this opportunity. He deserves to show the world what he's capable of, Sinclair said. I think they're going to surprise some people over.
Thank you for tuning in. I'm Kubra Ali. I'll see you back tomorrow, same time, same channel. Until then, good night.